Non-game wildlife segments on Venture North are funded by the Minnesota DNR Non-Game Wildlife Program. Donations to the Loon Checkoff on your tax form benefit more than 800 animal species across the state.
Oh, look at that red thing. It's swimming over there.
Yeah.
See, it's like small again.
It looks like a little water bug of some kind, doesn't it?
The sights and sounds of spring in a Minnesota wetland sound familiar to some and brand new to others.
Are those turtles? Those are turtles?
Those are called painted turtles. And they're out sunning themselves. This is how they warm up because they're a cold-blooded animal. And sometimes you'll have turtles sitting on top of turtles sunning themselves. So that's a really nice view of the turtles.
With each photograph, middle school students from Windham Open School in South Minneapolis build a new connection to nature. It's all part of a pilot program aimed at introducing kids to the outdoors.
Here goes Oreo. Kids simply don't get enough exposure to nature anymore. And photography is the toe in the door that opens the eyes of a lot of kids, where they may not have opportunities to hunt, they may not have opportunities to fish, but everybody can enjoy nature. And the cameras are the little tool to make it happen.
Volunteers from Minnesota's Non-Game Wildlife Program and several other resource agencies lead groups of students on a photo safari.
And you'll hear it when it clicks. Now push the button all the way. Oh, that's good, that's good. You just got about 10 pictures. I had it on full automatic. Now you got it.
I hold it. I like this.
I don't think he knew I had that thing set on full automatic. But, you know, and I don't think he knew he was using a professional camera either, but I brought along several of my own just to help spread out the enjoyment. You know, I see this as a real investment in the future to get people interested and involved, and this is the kind of thing that the Department of Natural Resources needs to be involved with.
It wasn't hard to say yes to something like this. This is a great opportunity not only for us to interact with the kids, but also for the kids to interact with us and see a lot of different agencies come out and pull together to benefit the kids and get them out there and exposed.
So we're right here, right?
Yeah, we're right here.
And we want to go out on the boardwalk. So we get to go out over, looks like we're going to go on a little bridge, the boardwalk, and out through the marsh. So
The groups fan out across the Wood Lake Nature Center armed with cameras and curiosity. The assignment? Collect 5 descriptive pictures of the natural environment they encounter.
Like, I'm looking for, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like different kinds of birds and stuff.
Young William bravely approaches a Canada goose. So tell me what you got for pictures so far. What'd you see?
A goose, the river, and like 2 gooses and 1 bird, and the house over there. And that's it.
And that was your 5 pictures? What do you think about this for an assignment?
A good assignment.
But it's tiny. There's a little one.
well, that's good, because you know what? You can take photos of birds close up, and you can take photos of them in their habitat, where they live. And that's important too. That tells you a lot of information.
I work in the resource profession, and you know, my colleagues are mostly, they look like me, and we think it's really important for the for the resources, you know, for the environment, to have, you know, everybody in America feel like they have a stake in them and knowledge about them. So they're seeing things that I don't think they've seen before, and I'm kind of surprised, actually. I take it for granted. You know, Canada geese, you see them everywhere, right? So, and that was a Canada goose was new to several of the kids, so I realized, yeah, this is a really good thing for them to be doing. So.
We've got some great pictures of Canada geese. Pretty cool. Ooh, there's saw a red-winged blackbird in there too. Where'd you shoot it at?
Over down there by that pathway that goes that way.
Okay.
With his expert advice and encouraging words, wildlife photographer and writer Dudley Edmondson draws a crowd. His book, Black and Brown Faces in America's Wild Places, inspired this photo field trip and may end up launching a statewide initiative based on Windham School's approach. But Dudley's most interested in the impact the experience may have on the next generation to care for the earth.
Our culture these days is so glitz and glamour and who's got the most money and who's dating who, and none of that stuff is important. Really, what's important is that the environment that allows human beings to do their thing is protected.
Whoa, look at all them. You see them little fishes or tadpoles? Boy, I gotta get that. That's a good shot.
Kids of color don't necessarily see themselves as being outdoor people. I think the outdoors and nature and the environment seems to, for whatever reason, people think it's a white thing only, but everybody needs a clean environment. And so it's not just white people's business to take care of the environment. It's human beings' business to take care of the environment for everyone.
You're supposed to put it in between your fingers.
Wait, beautiful.
I think
Like right here?
Yeah, and blow between like the holes.
In lessons large and small, the kids from Windham School gain a new appreciation for the natural world and perhaps a new passion for environmental stewardship.
We need to take an extra effort to expose kids to nature. It's just not something they may necessarily find outside their back door anymore. And this is the kind of experience that will do that. Not just at the time they're on the field trip, but for a lifetime.
Yeah, it's not.